Welcome to Storytimer at Large. Lydia Edna Fowler. Lydia Edna Fowler was born in Kentucky. Her family moved to Indiana not long after. Lydia was raised there and graduated from Center Grove High School, south of Indianapolis. Lydia had a job at a downtown Indianapolis bank ever since graduation. She was only 17, so that seems remarkable to me for a bank to hire such a young person. So it seems like Lydia was really a go getter, really ambitious and professional. Lydia had gone bowling on October 8th. It was a competitive league, and they bowled at a bowling alley near the Circle Theater in Indianapolis. That's downtown on the Circle. Um, After bowling night, Lydia would always walk a short way to the Circle Theater in Indianapolis. She had a friend who worked there, and she could use the phone and call her brother in law for a ride. That was their usual routine. Lydia complained to him that night of being followed by a man when she walked to the Circle Theater. An usher later reported that he saw a man talking with Lydia. The man had dark hair, a very full mustache, and a dark complexion. Investigators theorized that very shortly after the usher spotted this man and Lydia, they theorized that the man either forced her or convinced her to get into his car. I would imagine he forced her because her brother in law was already on his way. I don't think she would just ditch her brother in law and jump into the car with this guy without calling her brother in law and saying, "Hey, I'm getting a different ride. You don't need to come." They think that this man then drove southwest of Indianapolis where he tried to sexually assault Lydia. They believe that Lydia managed to get out of the car and run. The man then intentionally hit her with his car. She had several very serious skull fractures. Her hip was dislocated, ribs were broken, and she had multiple bruises and abrasions, as you can imagine. Her body was thrown from the roadway when it was hit and landed off a bridgeway so that she's down sort of in this brushy area next to a bridge, but not necessarily in the water. Then the killer apparently parked, went back, and took her jewelry, unless he had already taken the jewelry off before in the car or demanded maybe she took the jewelry off. Here, take this, you can have this, and don't hurt me, you can take this jewelry. I don't know. A medical examiner found that her injuries were so severe that only being hit by a car could cause that level of damage. Her ex-boyfriend and many other young men were questioned. Some were given lie detector tests. Nothing came of it, however. No one was ever convicted of her murder. I think that this man was a stranger to her. I imagine he saw her at the bowling alley and followed her with the intention of abducting her. I think he approached her in the theater and grabbed her in a moment when no one was watching. What must that have been like? How terrifying. Lydia Edna Fowler's murder is still unsolved. But perhaps you have heard something in the years that went along. Maybe you have a missing piece of information that could help solve this murder. If you have a tip, please call the Marion County Sheriff's Office at 317-327-3811. That's 317-327-3811. Rest in peace, Lydia Edna Fowler.